Alright, for the first step of our short game here, I'm going to show you a demonstration on how to hit a proper bunker shot. I think when going into the bunker, the first thing I think about is exactly what kind of shot I need to hit, depending on the green and where the pin is. I think as we got going on right here, a little bit of a more stretch, we're aiming to the farther pin. Obviously you have uphill lie, uphill lie in the bunker, and it's uphill shot, mostly. So I think you're working about hitting one that has a little bit more roll and everything like that. I think the most important thing first on the bunker is making sure your stance is right, you have a solid base. So the first thing I do when I approach a bunker shot is I'm going to make sure that my feet are level. So on this uphill lie, I'm going to dig in my left foot a little bit more than my right, make sure I have a standard base and very level. And I think about how much sand I need to hit out. Normally I'll do something around the dollar bill size or a circle size, so you can kind of do this as practice. Make sure that you can have a good feel for how much sand you need to hit out. And I open my face a little bit, depending on the shot, I don't know how far it is, less for longer shot, more for shorter shot. You got to make sure when you swing, make sure you accelerate through. So if I'm following all my guidelines here, it should be a good shot. And as you go through it, when you practice, continue to think about hitting that box out or that circle, and making sure solid base. Accelerate through the shot. Alright. I want to make sure that I give you guys all a demonstration about how to hit a proper punch shot if you ever find yourself in this situation on the course. Because we were talking about course management and making sure that we played the course correctly and trying to play our ways away from hazards. Now this is if we happen to get into a hazard, which happens quite often in golf. I think that the main thing you got to think about is the probability of a shot and how well you're going to play for your end score, right? So we want to try to get as close to par as we possibly can. So if I went for, let's say, the 3-wood, went for the green, I think I may, guessing, I probably have like a 10% chance of getting there. Probably even less than that, maybe like a 1%. So normally I would go for, since we got quite a bit of fairway here on our left, I think the main thing I would try to do is make sure that I got myself in the fairway as fast as I could, and that way I set myself up to hit a better third or fourth shot, depending on where I am. But the main thing for hitting a punch shot, I think, in this situation, is you want to make sure that you're playing the ball back in your stance to keep the ball low. And it's not about really hitting a hard shot because you're just hitting it out. So it doesn't need to be a full swing, a hard swing. I think it just depends on the situation. For here, I would think you want to hit it probably about 10 yards out just to get past the rough there. So the main thing I work on is kind of like the chipping we were talking about earlier, having the ball back in our stance and having a little bit of an open stance to get our swing a little bit more free, so we can swing through and hit the ball with good contact. And the main thing is just making sure we keep our shaft angle with our wrists forward. So a little bit of shaft lean. So we just want to punch it out like sweeping a broom. Give you a few practice swings at it. Just really think about making sure that it's a brisk swing and always accelerate. That one got cut off by the rough a little bit. That'll happen, but it got out. It's a good shot.